Hey, you geeks! The show has arrived, and it's beautiful! Seriously, this show has some amazing visuals that must be seen on a big screen to be fully appreciated. Watching the show in detail almost fried my laptop. I enjoyed the premiere. I laughed, I cried, I did groan a few times, but overall, the first 3 episodes were enjoyable. But it still stands on the edge between success.
On the one hand, gold. On the other hand, painful, agonizing failure.
I hope it succeeds. Let me break it down for you. This review will cover the characters' world-building magic system and plot of the episodes themselves. Then I'll talk adaptation, with a few minor early book spoilers, ending with predictions of where I think the show is going next. Characters, in order of likability. Nynaeve. What a boss! Every second Nynaeve is on screen, she owns it. We see her easily in control of the 2 rivers, while also not letting all that power go to her head.
They call you a leader in this town, Wisdom, and here you are cleaning. This pool is sacred. It's an honor to clean it.
She's such a force that Trollocs had to drag her from the screen so that the other 4 could leave with Moiraine. I'm generally not a fan of fake-out deaths, but I don't think the show was really trying to sell me that she was dead, just that the other characters believed it.
I saw it. Nynaeve get taken.
Her absence spoke volumes. Her killing that Trolloc and then the much-lauded braid tug was her crowning achievement as ultimate queen of this show. Mat. The step between first and second place is significant. I'm not saying that I think Mat is a likable person. He's an idiot, but we are given reasons for his idiocy. He's a scavenger because he has to take care of his sisters, without parents to provide for them.
That'll get you 3 lanterns and you'll be lucky to have them.
He has to take all he can get, even if that means taking an obviously cursed treasure and unleashing an ancient evil on his friends. Whoopsie! Before the dagger incident, we see him care for his friends, and only after he sinks into a self-serving jerk, though ostensibly he's doing it to get back to his sisters. We'll see what the wheel wills. Moiraine. Although we aren't aware why she's on a quest to find the Dragon Reborn, the show clearly conveys her determination to find them, whoever they are. We can see her strain under the realization that she is not going to have to drag 1 young adult destined for greatness, but 4.
I've run out of patience. And time.
Despite her aloofness, she still conveys a deep sense of caring about the 2 Rivers folk, or at least their history.
Weep for Manetheren, weep for what is lost forever.
Of course, that does come right around the same time as learning an Aes Sedai's power lies not only in her magic, but in her manipulation.
We will always tell the truth. It just may not be the truth you think you hear.
All in all, even though she's basically catatonic for half of the first 3 episodes, the show gave her enough time to be intriguing, and I'm intrigued. Perrin. It could be worse. Hollywood fridged his wife, and now he's suffering from dead wife character syndrome. I don't like it. None of the guys I watched the show with liked it. Apparently Sando didn't like it. I have no idea why the show felt the need to shoot itself in the foot before running the Wheel of Time marathon. But they did, and I'm trying to make the best of it. Perrin, at least like Lan, doesn't talk very much, though his actions speak volumes as well. Him freaking out over the wolves is interesting. At first I was afraid they were going to do like a straight up werewolf interpretation of his character. He's bit by a shadow spawn and becoming some sort of shadow spawn. I suppose the White Cloaks could believe such a thing is possible, but if that was going to be the show's canon, I was not having it. Then the wolves licked his wound, and I realized that they were clearly going to be good wolves. The wolves also apparently helped Perrin and Egwene find the Tuatha'an.
The wolves, Perrin. It's almost like they led us here.
Then Perrin dreams of wolves eating his wife's body. That is so disturbing on so many levels. Jury's still out on Perrin, but I think it could be worse. Egwene. Madeline Madden does a very good job of playing Egwene. It's just that the script has left me questioning her character's motivations. We start with her initiation into the women's circle. She rejoices at being accepted as a full woman, and I'm happy for her. Then it gets sketchy. We know that Rand has been pining for Egwene since they were kids, and he's still sweet on her. A woman is not required to like a man because he likes her, but she seems to be egging him on while actively considering dumping him to pursue power. First as a wisdom, then as an Aes Sedai.
You don't listen to the wind, Egwene. It's the wind that listens to you.
Full disclosure, I thought that line was brilliant, while the other woman watching it with me thought it was dumb. At least Egwene gives Perrin a well-deserved hug when she saw he really needed one. Rand. Last but least, we have Rand. He's not bad. He's just decent. A decent farm boy. A decent friend. Maybe not a decent lover. Egwene's not that attracted to him, though he is certainly into her.
Sounds like I used to be a real sap.
Though this is not enough to justify his little temper tantrum in episode 2.
Did you do this? Did you put this in our dreams?
That was completely unearned. I don't care about him enough yet to care about his feelings. If he were the main character, I'd say he's dangerously close to Luke Skywalker or Jon Snow levels of mopiness. Though now that Matt has become the designated wet blanket, Rand has getting some time to shine and be sassy.
Matt Cawthon. The man who once walked while a little chilly.
You funny now.
A Place of Safety was the first time Rand showed more character than just scared little farm boy. He violently destroyed doors and was dumbfounded at the idea of killing women. So he could still develop a personality, which I look forward to. Magic. I was very satisfied with the magic reveal in the first episode. It starts out as something invisible and creepy.
This power, it's meant for women.
Then we get to see the weaves on Winter Night, and it was beautiful. Though the sound of car alarms in the theme music was a bit off-putting. I also struggled with the ferry scene the first time through. I was confused about how close Moiraine was skirting the Three Oaths.
I did not kill that ferryman. He wasted his own life on a foolish cause.
But I realized, 1, she did stop channeling once the ferryman was in the water. And 2, we later see in Rand's then Perrin's perspectives that we can't see the weaves all the time now. So the mysterious nature of magic is still somewhat preserved.
Was that me or you?
World building. I love that we get to see the world being woven in the title sequence. It provides a good foundation for the magic. The show also gets real in your face that women run this world. From innkeepers to blacksmiths to straight up killing Trollocs. Women take the lead. Meanwhile, only Tam Althor, Lan Mandragoran, and Tom Merrilin are men who seem to have any, guts. Rafe has said this show is all about balance. It's interesting that this imbalance in favor of women is a sign that the world is flawed. Rising up to counter the Aes Sedai, we have the White Cloaks. with quite a brutal introduction.
An Aes Sedai should know above all others that sometimes brutality is the only path to mercy.
This scene comes shortly after Moraine levels a building, so I'm still somewhat confused as to how guys with swords could take down an Aes Sedai, though cutting off her hands is a brutal yet decent start. Even with all that brutality, their Lord Captain Commander says this.
We children try to stay clear of the Aes Sedai where we can. When you get to Whitebridge, find one.
Interesting. And I suppose he's 1 year from retirement, too. Trollocs. The Trollocs are justifiably terrifying and so gross. There are a few times where the effects took me out of the moment. Overall, I think they were a success. Then we get this nice shot of Padan Fain being oddly chill during the Trolloc attack. It's just perfectly creepy. That smile set me on edge. I'm surprised we didn't see more of him, especially since he has that relationship with Mat.
You're a right bastard, Padan Fain.
And leading him to make dumb decisions, chief of which being Shadar Logoth. The show clearly conveys how the evil of Shadar Logoth is not the Dark One's evil,
The Trollocs! Why are they all just standing there?
and how it's incredibly destructive. Though watching it twice, I'm not sure if this horse is Bella or one of the other ones. Bella is confirmed to have made it into the city.
Bella, come on!
And I just want confirmation that she made it out. Dark Friend. This random Dark Friend stole the show. I recall back on the Dusty Wheel digging into the promo shots, and someone said that they thought the boys were being chased by a woman. That then was clearly preposterous. Well, call me a light-blinded fool, since it was a woman. She starts out as a great character in her own right, with her own sad little backstory.
Here we're born in this dirt. Spend our lives digging in it.
She explains how the Dark One contacts her in her dreams, and what the Dark One apparently wants, above and beyond killing people.
Break the wheel. Make it stop.
And she utters the name
Ishamael.
a dark friend from ages past. Long dead, probably. Speaking of dreams, the show has me pumped to find out who or what is haunting the boys' dreams. I hope the Face of Flames is used more than just to kill bats and do jump scares. Adaptation. I don't think it's fair right now to make a final judgment on how it stands up as an adaptation, though this is clearly not an adaptation of The Eye of the World, rather it's an adaptation of the series as a whole, so things are going to get squished and streamlined. However, the show's choice to make visual homages to Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones may have hurt more than it helped. We see children chasing Padan Fain's cart, and we see whatever Nynaeve and Lan have going on. Though that one's kind of a guilty pleasure for me. The Dragon's Fang of bloody deer carcasses just seems to visually remind people of Game of Thrones, and an unsatisfactory reminder at that. I don't think in Game of Thrones the swirly symbol was ever explained. It just kind of showed up like a hidden Mickey. Time will tell if the Dragon's Fang will ever be named and explained. Prediction. Minor Book 1 and Book 2 spoiler. Now that Nynaeve is crossing paths with Logain, I wonder if she'll play a role in bringing him down. In the trailers, we know he can still channel, and from the books, we know that women will gentle him, that is, take his ability to channel. In the books, this customarily requires 13 sisters, though from episode 1's prelude, it looks like they did it with just a handful.
Sisters?
Please. No! Please!
We know that 8 Aes Sedai were sent south, and that White Cloaks have killed 1.
They say the White Tower dispatched 8 sisters to deal with Loghain's army to the south.
If Loghain kills another, and the sisters decide he's too dangerous to travel while being able to channel, they might need every woman who can channel to help gentle him. Wouldn't it just be awful for Nynaeve, the healer and hater of Aes Sedai,
I don't care where she's going to, but we'll all be happier and safer when she's there.
to learn that she could be one of them, and that she must use this power to hurt people? I envision a lot of braid tugging, to be sure. Overall, the show is still far better than most television shows on air. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe if you would like to see more. Your patronage is greatly appreciated.